Hello and welcome to our today's session. My name is still Alexander Villero. I'm still Education USA advisor and outreach coordinator at Education USA, as I already mentioned. And today we're going to discuss the topic that might be very useful that you might know something about, but we will talk about how to use it with our brains, first of all, how to use it smart. So, we will discover how to use digital tools to enhance our college applications. And to help us with this, we have today Umid. Umid is an expert. You already know him. He's a consultant on Education USA. He's specializing in supporting both undergraduate and graduate students. And I think your expertise, Umid, will be more than enough for our today's audience. And before you will start, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section below. And even if we haven't managed to answer them online, we can answer them later in written form. So, Umid, now the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone, and I'm still Amit too. And today we're going to talk about a helpful digital resources for your preparation process. And let me tell you again about our Education USA virtual. So it's Education USA itself is a network of official source on US higher education. There are over 430 international student advising centers across more than 175 countries and territories, and it is dedicated to promoting US higher education globally, providing accurate, comprehensive, and up-to-date information. And let's go to our agenda for today. We're going to talk about college applications. So we're going to talk about actually digital tools that will help you for your college applications and that will assist you in your interview preparation and your general research, as well as test preparation, essay writing, and design and organizing your documents. So let's start with a college application. So the first tool that I'm going to recommend you is admityogi.com. This is how it looks. And AdmitYogi lets you read through the successful college applications of past applicants. They used an AI-powered recommendation algorithm to match you with a similar profile student at your dream school with the same demographic, stats, and majors. From there, you can read the essays and activities that got them into and get inspired to overcome writer's block or build your own admission profile. So most of the services that I'm going to recommend you today, they use a freemium subscription mode, and they can either give you some amount of limited, like days or limited applications, but there after that you will have to pay for them. But in order to broaden your mind, you can use them like to test, and it may boost your uh, results much higher. Next, we're going to talk about an interview preparation and the general questions. So, of course, all of you are using ChatGPT, or maybe most of you. And ChatGPT is for those of you who don't know, it is a tool that helps you to generate prompts and outlines for your essays and provide inspiration for your letters of motivation. For those of you who don't know, you can ask ChatGPT to pose an interview from a certain university interviewing for, you say, let's say, business degree, and you can practice your responses and ask ChatGPT for feedback. Note that you should avoid over-rehearsing your answers since it can lead to a deep authenticity and flow. However, simple preparing yourself with a few points for basic questions is a good idea. So let's stop on ChatGPT a little more. And I'm going to tell you that if you think that you can use ChatGPT to write whole of your, let's say, personal statement or write answers to your questions, you are completely wrong. Because if you think that you are the only person who is using ChatGPT, you're again wrong. So for that purposes, um, you should use it as a helpful tool, the tool that will assist you, but not as a tool that will do the work for you. And I want to warn you that admission committee of almost all universities are aware that you may use ChatGPT. So for this, you should most probably use it as a helpful tool, but not for completely completing your application. So let's move on. Test preparation. For test preparation, it is not so much about artificial intelligence, it's about the official sources and the most, let's say, uh, useful and the sources that can give you the best practices. So the first one is the College Board. So the College Board offers you from free practice tests to a checklist of what bring on a test day. College Board provides everything you need to prepare for the digital SAT. So it provides you with a practice test, it provides you with a free practice test, so like strategies, materials, and etc. So if you want to study not only SAT, but you want to study ACT or TOEFL or IELTS, you may look into the Princeton Review. It is an education service company, provides tutoring and test preparation and admission resources for students. So the Princeton Review has a much broader range for test preparation materials, and you can choose not only undergraduate level, but also a graduate level. And those of you who want an affordable way of studying, who don't have enough capabilities and cannot afford expensive, like let's say, tutoring, you can use Han Academy. So most of the Han Academy services are free of charge and they're very useful. Personally, when I was studying at university, I used Han Academy and it gave me better explanations of very complex subjects than my teachers. So it has several advantages over test prep companies. It is the only SAT practice test, of its kind that is officially endorsed by College Board. So the College Board, the owner of SAT, has given Han Academy the status of official partner. Let's put it in that way. And you can use Han Academy not only for SAT, as I've mentioned, but also for more complex subjects that you will further study at university. Now, essays and writings. We're going to the next part. So, for essays and writings, there are two popular tools apart from ChatGPT, because as I've told you, you shouldn't use ChatGPT for writing an essay for you. You should write it yourself. But for improving your essays, you can use such tools as Grammarly. It is an effective AI-powered typing assistant that helps you strengthen your grammar, tone, and writing style, as well as grammatical and syntax errors. You can use Grammarly to grammar check and correct emails, statement of purposes, and personal essays, as well as help you phrase your interview during your prep and make your answering preparation better. So you can use ChatGPT for essays and writing assignments as well, but you should not use it for generating ideas. The story and the structure, it has to come from you. But these tools should be used only as helping and enhancing your essays, but not creating content for you. Another source that you can use is Subs AI. It tells you how to improve your college application essays based on what admission officers are looking for. So without writing your essays for you, all of the advice uses information on your background, making the feedback hyper personal and tailored to your unique story. This tool also lets you add your college list and view required supplements in one place. So it helps you to organize. Once again, I'm telling you that you should not use these tools to generate answers for you. You have to give the ideas. Maybe you can use these tools such as Grammarly, Subs, and ChatGPT to help you to make your essays better. But you shouldn't write it, but you shouldn't use it for making your AI to write essay for you. You will most likely be rejected because when essay is fully generated by AI, a human eye, especially the one that reads 100 or thousands essay per session, admission session, will most likely to detect whether or not you have written it yourself. So my advice for you is to write essays yourself and use these tools for checking or enhancing, improving your grammar, sometimes vocabulary, but not the content. So, designing high quality documents and organizing information and resources is also very important because when you're making a presentation or creating portfolio, it is also very important for you to make it neat and very accurate. So, designing high quality documents, organizing information, one of the best tools that I myself use is Canva. Canva is a popular design tool that can be used to design your portfolios, research proposals, papers, essays, books reviews, blogs, as well as your student resumes. Additionally, you can use Canva as a multi-purpose design and editing tools for your presentations or design-based submissions. So one of the ways that you can use it is to use to make your CV. This is just a sample, and you are not required to make the sample to use the CV for your college application for your work. It's just a sample that was created on Canva. There you have a free sample that will make your time that will save your time and will you will not waste your resources on creating. You will just have a ready-made samples. So, uh, if you have any other questions, you can join us and like you can join us and join our interactive map. A great way to discover like-minded individuals near you and perhaps even organize meetups to exchange experience and insight. So you should always do your best. And once again, I want to tell you that you should not use these artificial tools in order to make the work for you. You should use it for enhancing your essays and making yourself better. And also, you can subscribe to us on Education USA on Facebook, Telegram, and LinkedIn.
Thank you very much, Umid. Thank you for the useful tips and tricks how to use those apps. And I have just a couple of questions for you. And also,
Mhm.
feel free to leave your questions if you have any questions in the comment section below, and we will answer those as well. Okay, so let's go with the first question. How do you ensure the reliability? I spelled this word and credibility of the digital resource you use for preparation.
So, as I've told you, you should not rely 100% of these tools, especially on AI produced tools. So, one of the first reasons for this, because AI tools are not 100% correct. They are designed in such way that it has the probability that it will look like the correct answer, but it will not give you the correct answer. So you should always do your own research before submitting any answers. So if you think that ChatGPT, like all of the people around the world, are scared, uh, yeah, they're scared that artificial intelligence will capture the whole world. Well, it's not happening in the near future because still AI is a new technology and you should always double check the information it provides because it cannot be 100% correct as the algorithms are designed in such way that it probably will provide the most correct answer. And sometimes it just goes in the wrong direction. So you always have to double check.
Okay, you already started to answer to the next question. So, have you encountered any challenges or limitations while using digital tools for preparation, and how can we overcome those?
So the first one, as I've told you, you have to do your own research, and you have to have something on your mind, and always, if, unfortunately, let's say, not unfortunately, the technology still cannot replace the human intelligence, and you can use such advisors as us or consult other people whether to check this
Thankfully,
information.
thankfully, it's not unfortunately.
Yes.
Umi, don't send it to the space. It's good because we
Yes,
have a
yes.
job.
All right. So, and there are also some kind of like sources that are not digital, and you have to sometimes double check. But surely it helps you to reduce your time and you can spend it on such things as researching your options or preparing for tests and etc. So it narrows down some of the things. So like listing the universities and etc. But there are still certain limitations because like I will not get tired of telling you, you cannot rely on 100% because still it is a learning and it can give you a false information. And you can overcome them by double checking and trying to find alternative sources of information apart from digital ones.
True. And the last one, what role do you think emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence or virtual reality will play in the future of digital resources for preparation?
Oh, this
It's
actually an
philosophical.
interesting question. Yes. So nowadays, I can see the tendency that students think that they are the only ones who are using this artificial technologies, and they still try to surprise people. Well, they managed to do it maybe a year ago, but today, when almost everyone in the digital space uses this artificial intelligence tools, and everyone has an eye for that, and they can tell apart in my opinion, you should use artificial intelligence like language style less and try to sound more human. Uh, if you are using a chat GPT a lot, you will understand what I'm saying. And you shouldn't be scared of making a mistakes. So that will show that you are at least, it might sound crazy, but at least that you are not using a chat GPT or something else and you're doing efforts yourself. And it will, so all of these tools will uh, make you more professional, but less an individual. Let's put it in that way. And of course, in the future, if it continues to develop in such pace, there will be major changes which cannot be predicted. But today, you have to take it into account that people are aware that you may use these artificial tools, like artificial intelligent tools, and you have to use them for assisting, but not replacing you, right?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I usually personally, I mostly used Canva from those apps that you showed, and of course
Hmm.
ChatGPT, and for my purposes. And always, if you are trying to make ChatGPT do something creative, it will look, yeah, it will look just very robotic. So as long as
Hmm.
we use it just for like plan to write a like I don't know, I use it usually for like a base for something that I will actually write, just make a plan
Hmm.
for this and this and this resume, for example. And then I write everything there because otherwise I will look like a robot. And yeah, it's not the image that you want to present.
Yes. So if you think that you are in as an international student, who let's say whose English is an intermediate level, let's say TOEFL of 80, 90, and then you have an essay of a perfect PhD English literature scholar, it will most likely tell that you are using some of the artificial intelligence tools.
True. Thank you very much, Amit, for your experience that you shared with us today. Everyone, once
And
again, I'm reminding you, yes, you want to add
and
something?
there and I think there is a question in the comment section.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure that it's super related to our today's subject, but if you have an answer, please do answer.
Mhm. Okay,
So
so
the comment sounds like that. So, hello, is there a way to find TOEFL or GRE applying to master's degree?
and for this kind of questions, why I've mentioned this comment, you can ask ChatGPT or other artificial tools, or use the one of the most oldest tool, Google. But I'll answer that question. So if you demonstrate that you're in financial need, you can sign up for a waiver, or you can apply for a fee waiver, and if your application goes through, you might get a waiver. And for even if it's hard for you to pay for your application to the university, you may also get an application fee waiver, but you'll have to request that from a university. The answer is yes. So in this kind of questions, you can use that can be really helpful if you use ChatGPT, for example, Google. Let's not forget about that. That it's all very helpful too. And for me, it's still more helpful than ChatGPT.
Mhm. Yep. Okay. So far, no other questions for today. But still, if you have any questions, even if you're not watching it online right now, if it's just in recording, feel free to leave those questions in the comment section, and we'll get back to you in written form. And don't forget that tomorrow we're gonna meet each other at the same time, and we are gonna discuss winning resume for the United States college application. So we are basically going to talk about resumes and how to write them, and Aina will help us with this. For today, Umi, thank you very much once again for your experience and for your time. And for everyone who just joined us, I see that there are more people now. In the end, they decided to join our life. But anyway, feel free to watch it over, watch it again, and don't hesitate to ask questions. And by the way, if you don't have time, for example, if you're busy on the time while we are having this live, you can leave your questions prior to that while registering to the in the StreamYard for this webinar. So feel free to leave your questions there, and if there is some, we will definitely ask our experts your question. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you, and bye bye.
Bye bye.